princesses and princes arrived at the castle. You could hear the music. It was so sweet and so serene. And as the princesses got out of the boats, they danced towards the castle and into a fine ballroom. Oh, the evening seemed to go on forever. Each one of the princesses and princes were locked in each other's arms, and they would twirl around and hold on to each other as though they were all in love. It was so beautiful. The soldier, however, thought, whilst I'm here, I might as well enjoy myself. And he danced along beside them too. And each and every time they had a glass of wine, he would, and this was the youngest one again, pick up the youngest princess's glass of wine and drink it and put it down. And as she put the glass to her lips, it was empty. She was absolutely bemused. She just knew there was something wrong, but she daren't say anything to her sisters. They wouldn't believe her as usual, and so she kept quiet. But deep in her heart, she knew that something wasn't right. As the evening went on, the clock ticked by, and their shoes worn to a thread. One of the sisters turned and said, "It's time to go, girls. Our shoes are worn. It's 3:15. We must make our way back." And so into the boats they led themselves back across the calm lake with their princes, and their princes helped them out of the boats and back onto the land. And they would wave and say to their princes, "Same time tomorrow." And their princes said, "We'll be here waiting. We look forward to seeing you." So off they went back through the forest. But the soldier knew he had to get back to his bedroom before the princesses. So he ran ahead. He knew where he was going this time. He ran ahead and up the stone steps. Must have been about 100 of them, because it seemed to take quite a long time. Back through the princess's bedroom, and back into the chamber next door to the princess's room. He snuggled himself down into the chair and covered himself up, took off his cloak and closed his eyes. He heard the princesses coming back into the room, and one of them, this time the eldest, went and opened the door and looked in, and there she saw him snoring away. He thought he would snore because it looked more authentic. It sounded as though he'd been sound asleep for hours. And she looked at him and thought, "There goes another simpleton, about to lose his head. Oh well, we couldn't have told him. And what can we do? We must continue to enjoy ourselves, girls." And so they started to take off their robes and put them away, and put their shoes, which were now threadbare, just by the side of their wardrobes. And into the beds they got, and tried to get some sleep before the morning. When the morning came, the soldier said nothing to the king, because he had 3 days to complete the task. And he was having such a good time, he thought, I could do another night of this. I could do 2. I'm allowed to. I think I will do another 2 nights. And so, on the second night, he followed them again, and the same thing happened again. And he danced away, unbeknownst to the princes and the princesses. And again on the third night, he did exactly the same. He had an absolute ball. And you can't blame him, really, can you? I mean, this chap had been to war. He'd fought. He'd battled. He needed a little bit of fun in his life. And this was the time to have it. And also, he knew that he was going to be able to go to the king, if he wasn't caught, and tell him everything. And if the king kept to his word, he was then going to get the hand of the princess of his choice, and also become the heir to the throne. Almost unbelievable, isn't it? I wonder if the king will keep to his word. Well, we'll wait and see.